Hello, it's Ricardo and welcome to Elite Dangerous Beyond. So, you may have noticed, I think, in the community and also in gameplay, I've certainly noticed it, that Elite Dangerous seems to be going a little bit off the boil. Now, this has happened a couple of times. There's been a big, grandiose announcement. We've got new ships. We've got things happening in the game. There'll be thargoids everywhere. And what generally happens is this is all lauded about and spoken about in the community, and people do all their videos. And then there's actually nothing really to do. Now, it's a vast game. There's loads to do. But is it worthwhile doing? You know what I mean? Is it worthwhile investing time in doing it? There's been an update. This being Tuesday. I'm not sure if it came out today or came out recently. I haven't been online for a bit. I've been playing a bit of Sea of Thieves, which I'm enjoying. I'm enjoying Sea of Thieves. I mean, so we've explored the Guardian sites, seen one, seen them all. The only sort of like carrot there is going to be you get blueprints for Guardian tech. So great, get all the Guardian weapons. But that's already been sort of like outed out there because Frontier got the dynamics wrong and it was people finding it too easy to get blueprints. So now they've adjusted that. Look at crime and punishment constantly being tweaked. And there's a good side and bad side of this, right? So they're constantly tweaking it. So yes, they're making the game challenging. It shouldn't be a pushover. It's a simulation. That's great. But then there's the other side of the fence where people are saying, just you released it, leave it be. I'm playing the game. I haven't got time to devote my entire life to something like this. Just can I get on with it, please? So that's a good point of view. Also with crime and punishment, you've got the aspects of hot ships and hot mods, and I did a video on this last week entitled Hot Ships and Hot Mods. But that's been tweaked as well. I think personally for the better, because you know you couldn't refuel, you couldn't do this, you couldn't do that, you couldn't change the mods. You know, cleaning the mods was really expensive, and I get it. The idea of this crime and punishment and hot ships, hot mods and detention centres is a really good idea to stop people being ganged up upon in the game and vaporised. My answer to that is, if you don't want to play in open, right, then play in solo. Imagine playing World of Warcraft solo. I'm not sure how long you'd last. I'm sure some people have lasted ages, right? I don't know. But some games are enjoyed better with friends in some respects. And if you're playing in open, then you take your chance. Unless you've got a crew with you and you've got a wing and you know, you've got a way of getting back at them. I mean, look at EVE Online. EVE Online. EVE Online. Yeah, online. Huge battles. They have problems there with clans and stuff, taking people out and what have you. But you just got to accept it for what it is. If you're going to play an online multiplayer game, then put up with it. Else, play in solo. Those are my thoughts on the subject. And that might be quite contentious. I don't know. Put your clean comments in the comment section, everybody. So, here's another thing to consider as well. So, the Chieftain. Yes, lovely. I like that ship. It's very nice. And I've had one on my other commander, which is great. And I haven't really used it because I'm still bombing around in the Asp. Because the Asp has got a huge jump range on it, and I can land it virtually anywhere. Now, I haven't had the time to go and start engineering things for the Chieftain. And I have no idea what the maximum jump range is going to be. But, hey, we'll find out soon enough. So there's been lots of words alluded to the thargoids and what they're up to, and if you use the Eagle network of installations, you can deduct and deduce where the next attacks are going to be, and then players are able to fly in to those systems and sort of like stave off the attack. The problem with this is that there are many other attacks going on at the same time, and I think it's probably encouraging people to be perhaps more coordinated, but then it's not giving the players the facility to be more coordinated, if that makes any sense. The community goals perhaps should play to this a bit better, be a bit more, acute to what they're trying to say, what they're trying to do. These Guardian sites then, so you collect all the bits that you need, you go off, you find the pylons, you scan them, you get some information. That's good for Ramtar. The Guardian sites, you drive around, you scan. Actually, no, you don't. You shoot the pylons. They charge up. You shoot the other 5. The big ball comes out. You get attacked by skimmers. Shoot the skimmers. Scan the ball. Log off. Do it again. Brilliant. Not entirely sure if that's got sort of like playability. That's really grindy, and to get like 150 blueprints or whatever it is to get a weapon, well, I mean, sheesh, that's a lot of blueprints, isn't it? It's a lot of grinding. And I'm currently at one of the Guardian sites, and I think I have about 5 blueprints, something like that, because I really haven't been bothered. And there fuck's sake, Richard. I mean, I'm getting a bit faddy now, I suppose, really. Sea of Thieves is out, and I'm generally enjoying that, because I can play that with my son, multiplayer sort of thing. And we can crew up and go and get up to all sorts of piratey mischief. And, with Xbox, that's one thing, innit? It works on everything. And of course you can get Elite on the Xbox, I know, I understand this. But it's not true cross-play, it's not true cross-platform, is it? And I'm surprised it hasn't been. This game is ripe for cross-play. Microsoft have shown that it can be done with the Xbox and Windows 10 machines. Why oh why can it not be done with Elite Dangerous? This is the question. Do any of you know? If any of you are still listening to my ranting about this, and put it in the comments. Be clean, family comments now. Family. No one wants to hear any hate. I don't want to hear any hate. Any hate, I'm going to block you. Simple as that, right? End of story. I don't need it in my life. No one needs it in their life. We're all friends here, or at least we should be. So, that's another thing. So I think it's gone off the boil a little bit, and I think, we're seeing that in the community, like I say, and we're seeing that within the game. Now, as some of you know, I've got a restart and reboot series going on that I air every Saturday, 6 o'clock British Standard Time, as I was corrected the other day. I just call it 6 o'clock at night, and I'm in the UK, so that's what time it is. So, and that's a little bit easier because I'm able to go out and revisit all the old haunts I wanted to do, and I'm bombing around in a Cobra Mark III, and I haven't got much money, and it's good and exciting and it's nice and I like it. And it's given me the option to go and do things slightly different with a bit of experience, and that's been good. And I think you generally get to a point in the game where you've got millions in the bank from whatever it is you have been doing. You've got a fleet of ships. And you think, well, let's just go somewhere and buy a planet, sit down, build a base, park my ships there, thank you very much. Is that something that's lacking from the game? The ability to go off and sort of like claim a planet of your own, or claim a sector of planet by your own, spend the credits, build a base, park your ships there, and use that as your forward operating base or your home system. I think that's great. And then that would open up an entirely new different aspect of trading, Not only trading as you as a trader, but trading as a base administrator. And depending on what level of micromanagement you get into that might be a good idea. That's just my point of view, my idea. I don't know. I doubt any frontier development people are listening to this. Who knows? But I reckon that would be a good thing to have on the roadmap. I tell you what else would be good to have on a roadmap. Different types of SRV. Now, yes, I know. The SRV slot is a standard size and it fits on ships. Lovely, fantastic, brilliant. So if you wanted a bigger SRV, some of the bigger cargo bays, or SRV bays, I should say, accommodate 2 SRVs. So if you wanted a bigger SRV, then why not insist that you have a bigger ship, and instead of carrying 2, you carry one big honking one, which can carry more stuff, pick up more materials, perhaps have more firepower, or perhaps you could have exploring SRVs. I don't know. I'm full of ideas today. I don't know where all this has come from. You know, or additionally, just bolt a roof rack. I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. Boot a roof rack to that SRV, or have the option to unload from your cargo bay a trailer. And then you load the trailer into your cargo bay. So your SRV pulls this trailer around. Right, I filled it up with all my whatever. Bromite. Thank you very much. Back to the ship. Park up. In goes the trailer. And then you've got, I don't know, any tons of whatever you've picked up. Mining materials. That would open up the whole planetary mining dynamic, I think. As opposed to, oh, I found something. Buzz, 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 buzz. Yeah, I've mined it. Brilliant. Oh, look, I found a canister from a downed ship. Oh, back to the ship we go. That might help. What else? Ships. So we know we're going to see the crate. Lovely. What about, like, the other stuff? Like the Panther Clipper. That was a great big honking old ship, wasn't it? Back from Elite Dangerous Lore. Or is the plan just to ply us with ships? You know, that if you want them, yeah, great. Let's do a review on the ship. Brilliant. Everyone rushes off to Founders to go and buy one. Or the Alliance sectors to go and spend a little bit less money. Strange, isn't it? There needs to be a sort of a grandiose statement event now to happen. I think, personally. I don't know what you all think. Who knows? So that's been a little bit of my thoughts on Elite at the moment. Might come across as a bit negative. It shouldn't, because, you know, I'm not negative about the game. I just think, you know, I'm at the point now where I can see so many improvements that could be done. I know Frontier are working on several different other games that, you know, it's a hope that the development of this game continues in the theme that it started. I'm not sure what sales are on Elite on the platforms at the moment, but there are more and more players on the forums all the time, so I think it's certainly still maintaining its traction. Anyway, if you haven't already done so, can you click the like and subscribe button, and ring that notification bell, because that'll let you know when I'm putting more videos on YouTube. And look out for the Restart and Reboot series on a Saturday, and more videos in the series. I've been Ricardo, and I'm signing out. Thanks for watching.